The arrival. The sky over every major city on Earth tore open in silence. People stopped in their tracks, craning their necks as shapes, immense and alien, eclipsed the sun. Orbital satellites flickered and died in the shadow of colossal warships, their surfaces black and mirrored, reflecting nothing but the void. For the first time in recorded history, humanity saw its vulnerability laid bare, and the fear was universal. Governments scrambled to respond, but conventional weapons felt laughably inadequate. Fighter jets approached, only to vanish in a shimmer of alien energy fields. Nuclear silos were preemptively disabled by electromagnetic pulses from above. On the ground, civilians ran for cover, some screaming, some frozen in awe. The alien broadcast, translated imperfectly by Earth's linguists, carried one chilling message: surrender your planet, or be extinguished. In New York, General Marquez watched the live feed with clenched fists. His office, usually brimming with the hum of military planning, felt hollow. "We're outclassed," his deputy whispered. "There's nothing we can do." Marquez's eyes hardened. "There's always something we can do. We survive. That's what we do." Meanwhile, in a lab in Zurich, Dr. Lena Cho stared at the alien energy patterns displayed on a holographic console. She tapped calculations furiously, her mind racing. If the aliens thought humanity would bow quietly, they had underestimated the species' most dangerous trait: relentless ingenuity. "We can't beat them head-on," she muttered. "But there's always a way around." Small acts of resistance sparked across the globe. In Tokyo, engineers rigged power grids to overload alien sensors. In Nairobi, a group of civilians hacked surveillance drones, turning them into improvised weapons. Across deserts, mountains, and oceans, humanity's resourcefulness was quietly igniting. Yet fear persisted. Every news broadcast carried images of alien firepower, a city incinerated in seconds, an island swallowed by an unnatural storm. Humanity's initial response was panic, and panic was dangerous. But even in terror, the human spirit refused submission. People began organizing, sharing knowledge, and improvising defenses. Streets once empty of hope now buzzed with determination. By nightfall, the world held its breath. The first encounters had made it painfully clear: Earth was alone, facing a force that dwarfed everything humanity had ever known. And yet, somewhere beneath the fear and chaos, a seed of defiance had taken root. Humanity might have been cornered, but surrender was not in its nature. In the silence after the first strike, Marquez and Cho, one a soldier, the other a scientist, shared the same grim realization. This war was not about survival alone. It was about proving that humanity, underestimated and outgunned, would not kneel. And from this shared resolve, the fight for Earth and the stars would begin. The spark of rebellion. The alien ships loomed above Earth like dark sentinels, but humanity refused to cower. In secret bunkers, laboratories, and underground hangars, humans were already striking back. The early defeats had been harsh, but they had taught one undeniable truth: the aliens were not infallible. Every machine, every energy pulse, every algorithm had a pattern, and patterns could be exploited. Dr. Lena Cho and her team in Zurich worked around the clock, reverse engineering fragments of alien technology recovered from downed drones. Flickers of energy, irregular fluctuations, and slight resonance mismatches became their key. They designed a pulse weapon capable of disrupting the aliens' shielding systems. It was crude, untested, and terrifying, but it was a weapon. Across the Atlantic, General Marquez coordinated human resistance with unprecedented unity. Nations once divided by petty disputes now shared intelligence, resources, and strategies. Fleets of retrofitted ships, armed with experimental weapons, prepared for their first offensive missions. Skirmishes were dangerous. Entire squads vanished in alien fire. Yet each loss revealed weaknesses: tiny cracks in shields, communication delays, predictable attack patterns. Humans learned fast. In New York, a team of civilians armed with nothing but ingenuity and scavenged electronics turned a cluster of alien drones against each other. Streets once paralyzed by fear erupted with the sound of explosions and cheering alike. Videos of these victories circulated instantly worldwide, igniting hope and defiance. People realized they were not powerless. They were unpredictable, adaptable, and relentless. The first coordinated human attack came quietly. Under the cover of Earth storms, small fighter squads struck at an alien supply convoy in orbit. The pulse weapons overloaded shields, and humans managed to destroy several vessels before retreating. It was a minor victory in the scale of the war, but monumental for morale. Across the globe, humanity saw a single truth: the aliens could be beaten. Even civilians contributed. Engineers in Mumbai devised improvised electromagnetic traps for alien surveillance units. Farmers in Kansas rerouted power lines to short out alien energy sensors. Humanity had transformed desperation into creativity, fear into strategy. Every failed attempt became a lesson, every improvisation, a step toward mastery. By night, humanity's resolve had hardened. For the first time since the aliens arrived, Earth's inhabitants did not tremble at the shadows in the sky. They planned, they plotted, and they fought back. Unity had become their greatest weapon, ingenuity their sharpest sword. From Zurich to New York, Marquez and Cho realized the magnitude of what was unfolding. Humanity was no longer merely defending itself. It was learning, adapting, and gaining the momentum to take the fight to the enemy. The spark of rebellion had been lit. And when it grew, the universe would learn that humans, underestimated and cornered, did not surrender. They struck back. Humanity goes to the stars. The first victories had emboldened humanity, but the war was far from over. The alien fleets still dominated space. Their technology advanced, their reach vast. Yet humans had learned one thing: they could adapt faster than their enemy. What had begun as desperate defense was now transforming into audacious offense. In orbit above Earth, General Marquez and Dr. Lina Cho oversaw the first human strike fleet. Ships retrofitted with alien shielding and weaponry hovered in formation, piloted by crews drawn from every corner of the globe. Engineers and soldiers worked side by side, each learning from the other, each improvising solutions that alien logic could not predict. For the first time, humans would leave their planet to strike at the heart of the invaders. Their target was a remote alien supply station, a critical hub connecting multiple fleets. Humans moved under the cover of a solar storm, using the chaos of charged particles to mask their approach. Every maneuver was calculated, every strike precise. When the fleet launched its attack, alien shields flickered under coordinated electromagnetic pulses. Human fighters weaved through energy fields, exploiting every weakness discovered in months of relentless observation. The battle was fierce. Alien warships retaliated with devastating energy beams, but human unpredictability became their advantage. Pilots executed maneuvers no alien programming could anticipate. Engineers recalibrated weapons mid-battle to exploit the slightest vulnerability. Within hours, the supply station was crippled. Human fighters returned with salvaged alien components, turning each victory into an opportunity to learn faster than the invaders. News of the strike reached Earth's surface, carried instantly through global networks. Humanity celebrated, not just a tactical victory, but a psychological one. The invaders who had once seemed unstoppable now faced a foe capable of strategy, ingenuity, and unyielding determination. Across continents, people worked to expand resistance efforts, retrofitting civilian craft for space combat, hacking alien sensors, and supplying fleets with resources. As humans pushed further into alien territory, they discovered another advantage: the enemy underestimated them. Aliens had treated humanity as a primitive species, assuming Earth's population would crumble under superior firepower. That arrogance became their downfall. Every human maneuver defied expectation, every victory a lesson in resilience. Humans adapted, learned, and improved faster than any alien algorithm could calculate. By the end of the campaign, several alien colonies were under human control, their systems co-opted and their defenses studied. Humanity had shifted from a species on the brink of annihilation to one capable of shaping the battlefield itself. The war was no longer simply about survival. It was about proving that humans, underestimated and outgunned, could strike at the very heart of their oppressors. In the silence following the battle, Marquez looked out at the stars with grim satisfaction. "This is only the beginning," he said. Cho nodded. "The more we learn, the stronger we become. The galaxy isn't theirs, it's ours to defend." Humanity had taken the fight beyond Earth, and for the first time, it was not the hunted, but the hunters. Humanity takes their stars. The battlefront had moved far beyond Earth. Humanity's fleets, once small and improvised, now patrolled multiple star systems, turning alien territory into a proving ground. The invaders, who had arrived expecting submission, faced a relentless foe capable of striking where they were weakest. Humanity's ingenuity and courage had transformed them from prey into predators. On the bridge of the flagship Endurance, General Marquez reviewed the latest intelligence. Several alien colonies had fallen, their systems now under human control. Communications had been secured, supply lines cut, and fleets neutralized. Each victory was more than tactical, it was symbolic. The universe that had once looked down on humanity now trembled at their resolve. Dr. Lena Cho entered, holding a console glowing with freshly decrypted alien communications. "They are trying to negotiate," she said. "They didn't expect us to learn so quickly, or strike so effectively." Marquez's eyes narrowed. "Then we negotiate from strength, not fear. Let them understand that Earth does not bend." The first alien envoys arrived at a captured outpost, their appearance rigid and defensive. Humans met them with a mixture of caution and confidence. Messages were exchanged, terms proposed, and ultimatums delivered, not for conquest, but for recognition. Humanity demanded respect, security for Earth, and the acknowledgement that humanity was no longer a species to be underestimated. The aliens, shaken by losses and facing an unstoppable human advance, had little choice but to comply. While diplomacy proceeded, human engineers and pilots continued to expand their reach. Star systems once controlled by the invaders were retrofitted with human outposts, both for defense and as platforms for further exploration. Humans were learning at an exponential rate, integrating alien technologies while inventing entirely new methods of warfare and propulsion. Each system taken was a lesson, each battle fought a proof that humans could survive and dominate when no one had thought it possible. Back on Earth, the people celebrated not just survival, but triumph. Humanity had turned a planet under threat into a species capable of shaping the galaxy. Stories of pilots, engineers, soldiers, and civilians spread worldwide, creating a shared pride that transcended borders. Fear had been transformed into hope, despair into determination. In the quiet of space, Marquez and Cho stood together on the observation deck of the Endurance, looking out at stars now under human control. "We've taken more than their planets," Marquez said softly. "We've taken their arrogance, their assumptions, their sense of superiority." Cho smiled grimly. "And we've shown them that humans, underestimated and cornered, do not surrender. We fight. We survive. We rise." The galaxy had learned a lesson. Humanity, once seen as fragile and primitive, had proven itself to be relentless, resourceful, and courageous. From the ashes of fear, a new interstellar power had arisen, one that would never again be ignored. Earth was safe, humanity was united, and the stars, once distant and forbidden, were now theirs to claim.